Hey there guys, so it is the night before I move to Berlin for the next 4 months of my life to study for university, and I haven't really packed. Now if you have watched any of my packing vlogs of the past, this will not be a shock to you because I'm a very last minute packer. I don't really enjoy packing, but more than anything I just procrastinate. I just find things and I'm like, ooh. I also end up putting on good music and just bopping to myself or listening to a podcast and getting too into it. I'm leaving for the airport tomorrow at 6 AM, which is a little bit mad, and I need to get ready. All my efforts at minimalism are finally coming together to hopefully make this slightly easier for myself. I don't own crazy amounts of clothing, so hopefully it'll all fit. Let's jump back to 2 hours ago. I think I'm slowly realising that I might freeze to death in Berlin. In my attempt to be more of a minimalist, I really don't have many warm clothes. Also, another realisation I'm having is that, I don't know, you've probably noticed I haven't been clubbing that much in my life, and especially in the last year. COVID, I was in the US where legal drinking age is 21, and I really don't have many party clothes. I think this is the like clubbiest thing I have, which is like scoop neck. I mean, again, I don't know how much of a thing nightlife is going to be in Berlin, but if you put me in a library, I'm fine. I look great. While I'm packing, I've been listening to music, I've been listening to a bit of podcasts, but I'm also watching some videos about the protests that are currently happening in Berlin, because I think it's really important to be at least somewhat clued up on the politics of the country that you're about to go live in. But honestly, this is hard to watch.
Or doubt the severity or even existence of the pandemic.
I have heard Berlin is very international, which is like good and bad. Good to get around. I have to try to learn German. I'm such a horrific procrastinator when it comes to packing. Like I just don't like packing, to the point that I have put eyeliner on. I don't think I've ever worn eyeliner outside of the house. I think the last time I tried to do eyeliner on myself was 2 years ago. I have extremely hooded eyes, so eyeliner just normally isn't a vibe, but did you see that tiny flick? And that very fat, uneven flick? Oh, who is she? I'm also binge watching videos of like things I wish I knew before I moved to Berlin. The do's and don'ts of Berlin. I'm enjoying myself, I'm getting hyped. My current plan as well is I am going through all my toiletries and I'm binning stuff that I'm just not gonna use or not gonna take. You know those random products that you're like, I don't really know why I own this. I've had it since I was about 12 and I've just never used it, never binned it because I might use it. Not anymore. Today is going.
And just coming here from another country, it's just hard.
Oh my god, my room is a 10. Ah, so much for minimalism, Jade. Look at everything I've collected over time. This is bad. Before I leave, this thing is gonna be empty. I need to clear it all up. Here are most of my clothes, which to be honest isn't that much. I feel like that'll fit. That'll fit okay. And look, it's still summer autumn vibes, so it's strange to even imagine wearing this, but Berlin's gonna be freezing. Okay, so maybe I'm being a bit weird, but do you guys ever experience this thing where you're really excited for something, you're like kind of nervous excited, but you're like, wow, I'm gonna have so many adventures, so many new people, opportunities, blah blah blah, and you know it's gonna be amazing. But just before you have to do it, I don't know, you just hesitate and you suddenly get really scared and you're suddenly like, oh my god, this is actually happening and do I want it to happen? But my comfort zone is so much nicer, because that's how I feel. Even watching all these Berlin videos, I'm like, wow, it's a cool city, but it just hasn't really clocked with me that I'm gonna be in that city. And then I start to convince myself, I'm like, oh, but my plant children, and oh, but Willow, and oh, but I hope mum and dad are okay with COVID. And I just start running all these simulations of reasons why going to Berlin isn't a good idea, which I know is irrational. Yeah, it's happening regardless. Maybe that's why I procrastinate packing so much, is because I hype up the fear element of moving abroad so much that I just delay it. Or maybe I'm just lazy. Also, potential option. I'm bringing some cute photos. I'm also bringing these tiny fairy lights. I don't have that much space, so I don't want to bring too much. Also, look, we have adapters. Think this is Europe. I would just like to share the biggest advice I have for studying abroad, and especially if you're living with housemates, flatmates, especially roommates. Bring one of these. Bring one of these so that you can just use one adapter, right? Here we go, put that UK plug in here. I can plug that into the wall, and all of a sudden I've given myself 4 devices from just one plug. It saved my life in SF, especially if you're a YouTuber and you have like a million applications. Ooh. Wonderful. Wonderful creator. You are a wonderful God. Beauty of creator. Also, this is random, but so I'm not particularly religious. I don't know where I stand on religion and spirituality. I'm still figuring myself out. But I must say, I love gospel music and church music. There's something so uplifting about it. It's beautiful. I listen to it. I mean, this song that's stuck in my head right now is called Wonderful God by Montel Fish. And it's just beautiful, the feeling, the soulful feeling. I don't think you have to believe in a God to be able to just feel the, I don't know, the depth of it. It's amazing. Actually, let's talk a bit more about that while I'm just sorting out my stuff. Yeah, so growing up, I was christened as a child, and my parents are loosely religious. Like, I would say they're Christian, but not practicing. We didn't go to church on a Sunday, or at least we had a few family friends who were Christian, so I would go to like arts and crafts sessions at the church, and honestly I really enjoyed it. I don't remember it that clearly, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I had friends there. And then I don't know if this is just the nature of our generation and the way the world is going, but as a lot of people do, we don't really go to church that often anymore. I can remember that as a child I did believe in God because I attended a lot of funerals when I was growing up. Yeah, and I remember I would pray, and when things went wrong in life, I would also pray, and you know, every night I would just lie in bed and I don't know, thank God for everything. But as I grew up, I can't tell you specifically what changed. Maybe it's I started questioning the world more. Maybe the whole argument of suffering really got to me. I was like, I just don't think it would be like this. So I can't pinpoint the moment that I stopped believing, but I did. I don't know, maybe it's because the world is also not as faith driven and more logic, rationality driven. Oh, quick aside to say, I will be taking my vibrator with me. I'm sorry, I hate the stigma around female masturbation. I'm not gonna get into it, but if you're a girl and you don't own a sex toy and you don't own a vibrator, get one. It will change your life. Okay, that's it from me. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to look. For all the girls who are gonna eventually thank me one day. Know your body. So where was I? Yes. Religion. And it's interesting because I feel like I resonate so much with the idea of faith and a lot of the values upon which religion is built. I think it's great. I think the fact that people have faith is honestly one of the most important things you can have to be a happy human in the modern world. I think believing in something bigger than all of us, I think that just makes you happier. Believing that everything's part of a plan, believing that all your failures they're just there to teach you something because of something bigger. I think that's a really beautiful idea. But it's honestly why I'm a bit annoyed that I don't believe strongly in a God, because I really want to. Maybe this will change, but I just don't. I can't describe it. I just don't fully believe. I'm not ruling it out, but I'm just not there. And yeah, but while I was in San Francisco, I went to a church every week because someone I was really close to went. This church that I went to was truly everything I think faith should represent. It was beautiful, it was so diverse, it was such a community feeling, probably the most I've felt in a community in the city of San Francisco. And we would sing songs, but they were like kind of modern day twists on gospel vibes. And as I say, I love the feeling of gospel music. Yeah, and I just loved it, and I really started looking forward to every Sunday just going, and community and just something that brought everyone together. I was like, wow, this is amazing, even though I still am working out where I stand on all of this. You know, when I decided to make a Berlin packing vlog, I did not think we would be talking about this. Welcome to the spontaneity of me trying to procrastinate packing. Okay, but I want to show you what I mean. Let's play some really uplifting, beautiful gospel music. See, that was such a line of wisdom. Some may worship things, but what joy do they bring? True. Very, very true gospel song. You are correct. God, I'm just rambling at you. Do I keep these strange rambles in this video? I don't know. I feel like they're irrelevant. If you are religious, I think that is so beautiful. I would love to hear more. I cannot stand things like Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, all of that. I just cannot stand it. If you can't respect someone's religious beliefs, like, what are you doing? I think it's beautiful. I think we all have so much to learn from each other's cultures, and like none of us have all the answers. I think it's so cool how through speaking to other humans, seeing what other humans believe, you can start to piece together what you want to believe about the world. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. It was doing so well. Look how long she's gotten. Oh, so cute. I almost killed this one, but I didn't. We came back strong. We learned to trust each other a bit. And now I'm leaving. I'm sorry. Devil's Ivy. Oh, she's showing everyone up. She's just smashing it. Look, wow, she's blooming. I feel like I'm gonna come back and Devil's Ivy will just have taken over the whole room. She'll be wrapping around my plaque trying to steal it from me. I see you. I'm watching you. I do not know what I would do without packing cubes. They are my life. I just shove everything I can in them. I still have my roommate Fong's jacket. It's actually quite funny because this is her favourite jacket, her favourite item of clothing, and she left it in SF when she left, so I wasn't meant to have it. I don't think she likes that I have it. But I'm gonna make the most of this incredible fashion statement. Fong, if you're watching this, mate, I miss you. Fong became one of my best friends at Minerva, and she's going to London this semester, which sucks because not only do I have major FOMO, not only do I really miss her, but the fact that she's first gonna see my country and my nearest city, and I'm not even gonna be here to tell her anything about it, it's a bit weird. She has new roommates and I have new roommates. Again, weird. I'm trying to see the positives. New friends, branching out. Exciting.
Is it your go?
Yeah. It says you always take the longest.
Go on then, Dad. Show us the power.
Alright. Yellow.
Oh. How many switch colours does he have?
Blue. You didn't like that. Okay, hey team. So it's 4 hours, maybe 4 hours later. I've been in this room for maybe 2 of those hours. I haven't really packed anything else. I've not done much. Tripod. I've got my uke, which I want to take, but I don't know how I'm going to take it. It's getting into that packing phase that I tend to do, which is where it gets really late, and then I just get very unproductive in my packing, which I cannot allow because we are waking up very early. Wake up. Study tube hack. When you're feeling unproductive and unmotivated, what do? A Pomodoro timer. 20 minutes of completely focused, deep work. I can't get distracted, I can't stop, I just have to pack. Do you reckon I could pack everything in 20 minutes? Maybe. I actually think that That could be a shout. Let's do it. Kind of bulging, but nearly there. Final touches. I am gonna find a new home in the house for my plant children. Who would have thought this time I finished before midnight? Okay, I'm officially heading to bed. Thank you so much for watching. I am nervous. I've just had real sad girl hours today, I don't know why, but it's exciting. It is exciting. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Auf Wiedersehen.